Hi, I'm Wendy from shinyhappyworld.com, and today I'm going to teach you the stitch that I use to embroider eyes. When I draw, I tend to do eyes that just have like little dot eyes, not tiny little dots, but they look kind of like little ovals. And I wasn't exactly happy with the stitch options that were out there. There were straight stitches or French knots, and they just weren't exactly the look that I was trying to get with the drawings. So I came up with a stitch that I really like to use for eyes, and I'm going to show that to you today. So I've got a couple of eyes marked on this fabric, and I'm going to use a dark brown thread. This is 3371, which is my favorite dark brown thread. It's a really dark brown, but not quite as harsh as a black thread would be. So you come up, I usually start at the bottom of the eye, and I go most of the way up the length about of how tall I want the eye to be. And I just do a straight stitch. And then I split that stitch, so I'm going to do basically one split stitch on here, come up and go down, and now this is where I want the eye to end. So I've got a split stitch there, and that just gives me a little bulk underneath my eye. I come back down to the bottom of the eye. You have to fiddle around because this is where your knot is too, and you want to really come up exactly where you came up that first time. So I'm going to come up again and then go down in that top stitch. So I'm going to do a straight stitch over my split stitch, and it gives me a nice smooth eye, but it's got a little more lift underneath it because the split stitch underneath it kind of poofs it up some. Normally I would knot behind that. Anytime you're doing a stuffed animal, if you carry the thread over to the next eye, like I'm going to do right now, you will see that line as soon as you stuff it. But just for convenience sake for this demo, I'm just going to carry it under. And you can see if you had stuffing behind that, it would show right through there. So I'm going to do the same thing I did before. I do a split stitch about 2/3 of the length that I want the finished eye to be. Do a little straight stitch, then I come up and split it, finish where I want the top of the eye to be, and now I'm going to do a straight stitch over the top of that entire thing. So I come up at the bottom, the same hole that I came through before, and I go down in the top through the same hole that I went down in before. So I'm just doing one straight stitch over top of that split stitch. So that's the super top secret way that I embroider eyes. Come back next week and I'm going to show you another outline stitch. I'm Wendy from shinyhappyworld.com. See you next time.